Viru premium beer.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. There is no sun, but there is beer. And I've got a bottle of this. And I don't think you're ever going to see a bottle like that anywhere else, apart from this one. This is a bottle of Viru. This is premium beer, and this is from Estonia. And it's quite an interesting beer. I'll give you a little bit about the history of it. First of all, the shape. I mean, that is something that is unique. I've never seen a bottle like that before. Certainly not a bottle of beer anyway. And apparently that is a hexagonal pyramid, which is based on the medieval towers that are found in Estonia. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But that's what it's based on, medieval tower. Originally, it was brewed by the BBC in London. Not the BBC, the British Broadcasting Corporation. It was the Baltic Brewing Company. And they were based in London and brewed this in Estonia. And that was in, I think was it? Oh, Christ. I don't know what year that was. But it was fairly recently. It was after the fall of the Soviet Union. It's been taken over now by an Estonian company. They're called Le Coq. What, have I said something funny or what? They're called Le Coq. What a name for a fucking brewery, eh? Yeah, and they've been going since fucking hell, 1807, I think. And they brew this now. And they brew a couple of other styles of beer under the Viru name. Viru, I don't know what that means in Estonian. I've looked it up, can't find out what it means. So, if anyone knows, any Estonians out there can tell me, then please let me know. I've got this from Beers of Europe. Never had it before, but it comes from the second largest brewery in Estonia, called Le Coq Brewery. Biggest being Sarko, apparently. Never had anything from them at all. This was first sold in the UK from Tesco's. Tesco's brought this over here, and I think it was 2007. Originally, it was only sold in restaurants, and I can see why. Because if you got a bottle of that, I mean, it is nice, but for me, it's all about the beer, what's inside. But if you was in a restaurant and you asked for a lager, someone plonked that down, you know, subconsciously you're thinking, oh, this must be something special. You know, I'm in a restaurant, I'm eating food, I'm not in a pub gulping lager down, I'm in a restaurant, I've got something special here. Well, I'll let you know whether it's something special or not. But there is another brewery, believe it or not, in Estonia called Viru. This has got absolutely nothing to do with that whatsoever. So if that doesn't confuse you, nothing will. So let's stop confusing you and let's get on to the beer. Right, there is no label on the bottle. You've only got a little neck sort of label around here. And for Mr. Magoo, even with my new glasses, I ain't going to fucking struggle to see that. It's a premium beer. It is 5% ABV. And it's, I think this is 330ml, isn't it? Is it 330ml? Yeah, it's 300ml. It's unusual. That is less than half a pint. I think I'm being ripped off here. Okay. I have to tell you something about this Le Coq Brewery before I forget. They brew something else, another beer, which rang alarm bells with everyone because of its high ethanol content. Now, have I got time? Yeah, I'll quickly tell you this story, right? Ethanol, I don't know if you know, it is a form of alcohol, right? But you find it in hydraulic fluid, right? And during World War II, Soviet aircrew used to drain the hydraulic fluid out of airplane landing gear through a gas mask filter, get the alcohol out of it, and brew their own hooch. And they couldn't work out why all these bombers and fighters were coming into land, and the undercarriage, you know, was, well, initially it was like a really hard landing, and then of course undercarriage would collapse or whatever. It's because they were draining all the hydraulic fluid out, and it was only after a few months they realised what they were doing. So them Russians, they love their alcohol, don't they? Anyway, yeah, they brew that Cock Brewery brews something that's got high ethanol content, and they were worried that children were going to drink it. Fucking hell, it's another world here, isn't it? And you think broken Britain is bad. Anyway, let's stop gassing and let's get this bottle open. Right, there is the cap, and I'm glad it's in a brown bottle because that is what beer should be in. There's the cap. It has got the word Viru on it. I have no idea what that means. Viru premium beer. There you go. It's 300 ml. Let's see what's in the bottle first. Oh my good God, that is spicy. It's like white pepper. Now, I've been told this has got SARS hops in it. So I'm wondering, you know, and SARS hops are naturally spicy. I'm wondering whether actually this is from the SARS hops. But it really does smell spicy more than anything else. There's no malt at all. Wow, that could be disastrous or absolutely amazing. Let's get it in the glass. I'm not going to pour too much out of this. Well, yeah, go on, fuck it. I'll throw the whole lot in. It'll either go down my Gregory or down the sink. And here it is. I do like that bottle. I'm in two minds whether to keep it or not, because that is unique. So I'll put it up there and I'll decide whether I want to keep it or not. There it is. It is. Is that my eyes, or no? That is a little bit hazy, if I'm not mistaken. A little bit hazy. Not much carbonation on the nose. Oh, and what a contrast! Out of the bottle, it was all spice. On here, out of the glass, that smells absolutely lovely. It was very sweet, almost sugary like, but there is still some of that spice there. This is getting curiouser and curiouser, and it's cold as well. That is not my imagination, is it? That is hazy. Okay, let's get it down the hatch. Cheers. Wow, what an interesting beer. What an interesting beer. Wow, this has knocked me for six. I'm trying hard to make this compute. That is a premium lager. I'm assuming that's what it is. It's a bottom fermented lager. Super spicy aroma out the bottle. Very sweet aroma out of the glass. On the palate, the perfect balance of both, which is making, you know, in the back of my mind, this is like a It's like a watered down Belgian triple, if you can imagine that. Wow. And a really dry mouthfeel. Wow. I know. This really has blown me away. I was expecting something like, you know, just your average Pilsner, San Miguel, sort of, yeah, Estonian, you know, Estonian lager laut. I hate using that word, but Estonian lager laut fuel, yeah, they'll drink this when they go on the piss and all that over there. It's stag do's. Is it Estonia? No, I'm thinking of Latvia. Is it? No, is it Estonia? Tallinn. Is it Estonia? No, it's Lithuania. Oh, I don't know. It's one of them three. It's one of the Baltic states. But this is so much more than that. This is really complex. Now, when I lift it up to the mouth, I'm getting like a creamy vanilla sweet type aroma from it. And then on the palate, sweetness and then spice, but on the back end, super dry, spicy mouthfeel. And it's really nice. This is not your average lager. Believe me, this is so much more than that. Do you know what? Honestly, I have got a bottle of light ale in the fridge, and I was considering, I didn't realise it was 300ml, I was considering just pouring a bit out, saying, oh yeah, it's your bog standard lager, could be anything, blah blah blah. I'll do a light and lager, I'll do a review of light and lager. Not going to happen with this, I tell you. This is something special. This really does taste Belgian. And it's reminding me of a weak Belgian triple. A really super drinkable. Do you know what, if they'd have called this a session Belgian triple, I'd have got it and I'd have said, yeah, you fucking nailed it here. But this is a lager. This will throw so many people. But I love it. This is amazing stuff. The dry mouthfeel. There's no malt on the end. It's all spice. This is amazing. This has blown me away. This is the most interesting beer I have tasted in a fucking long time. These only turn up once in a blue moon, but this has really surprised me. I was all ready to write it off saying, yeah, could be any lager. It is so much more than that. It is a complex, dry finish, almost Belgian-like beer that is relatively low compared to the, you know, I'm comparing this to a Belgian triple. Belgian triples are really strong, you know, you're talking between 7 and 8%. Well, we'll say between 6 and 8 for argument's sake. This is 5%. It is super drinkable. You know, admittedly, it's only 300ml, but that is lovely. That is full of flavour. Believe me, you can savour this. You know, out of the bottle, it was, and I'm still getting that now, super spicy. On the nose, out of the glass, the exact opposite, super sweet. Drinking it, a perfect balance of both. This is amazing, honestly. Amazing. I am going to give this a 10 out of 10. For the simple fact, it has just blown me away. It has just messed with my head and the flavour has blown me away. I'm in two minds whether to take marks off because it's only 300ml, but I can see why they've done it because they put it in one of these one of these bottles, sorry. It's in a brown bottle as well. They've got that spot on. These know what they're doing. This is lovely. This is absolutely amazing, and it's not often I get absolutely blown away by a beer, and certainly not a beer like this. Amazing. 10 out of 10. You've got to try it. If you're a fan of Belgian beer, try this. This is amazing. And remember, beer is working class champagne.